Bill Joos has been many things. He's held senior positions at well-known companies like IBM and Apple. Today, he's founder of Go-to-Market Consulting, a firm that helps accelerate entrepreneur success. For the past week, he's been working with a group of Scottish entrepreneurs at Edinburgh University's Business School.
Let me explain how we happen to be sitting here today in Edinburgh in the new Information Technologies building. Somebody here saw me at one of my workshops in the United States and thought it would be helpful for me to come over. So this is now my 6th year running in coming to the University of Edinburgh to work with two kinds of people. I do lecture as a guest lecturer in their graduate school for entrepreneurship, but then I also work with real-life startup entrepreneurs that may or may not be students. And so I come over and do workshops and I help assist them, because what my business is all about is accelerating the success of early-stage entrepreneurs.
Right, you can't actually talk specifically about the companies you've been working with, but can you give me an idea of the kind of companies that you found most interesting?
Let me think of 3 that I've met this week. One is looking at a technology that's being used widely in Germany to convert a particular type of agricultural crop into electricity. It's not been done in the UK before. Each of these plants can generate between a megawatt and a half a megawatt of electricity. They're cost effective, they're unique, they're clean, they're green. It's pretty exciting stuff. I'm also working with somebody who's actually a professor at the university here that came to my seminar, and he's looking at some tools that will greatly streamline the research and development processes in corporations and universities. And we have another company that is taking a unique way to get research data for PR firms or marketing agencies through crowdsourcing, asking a wide variety of people their opinions and getting those opinions to be statistically significant to enhance their understanding of the marketplace. Those 3 are all different and they're all real exciting to me. And I've seen others as well, but that pretty well typifies the kind of things we see.
In one of the public sessions when you were here, you were suggesting how to do an effective elevator pitch, but you're also suggesting that these had to be much shorter than perhaps we traditionally think.
Yeah, most people think that an elevator pitch is to get somebody to make an investment decision. An elevator pitch is a bait-the-hook activity. The perfect outcome from an elevator pitch, I actually used to call them lift pitches when I first came. The perfect outcome from an elevator pitch is for the person you're talking to say, "I'd like to know more." And when you try and make it something other than that, all the extra words get in the way. Brevity counts.
So how brief?
Shorter than you think. The traditional elevator pitch is usually 60 seconds to 2 minutes, but in the real world, you don't have that kind of time. So what I tell these people to specialize in is what I call short building elevator pitches. And I say, if you can't get their attention in 20 to 30 seconds, you've lost the opportunity.
Now, at one stage, you were actually a venture capitalist, and you received tens of thousands of applications. How did you actually sift out shall we say, the wheat from the chaff?
Yeah, the story was, I used to be with a venture capital firm that was originally called Garage.com. Later, it changed its name to Garage Technology Ventures. And one of the co-founders you may know because he actually spoke in Edinburgh a couple of years ago, and that's Guy Kawasaki. Guy and I are dear friends. We were at Apple together, and then we were at this VC firm together. We saw thousands of companies, and the trick is to figure out which ones can make it. Here's the dilemma that a VC has. The lunatics you can get rid of quickly. You read a paragraph or 2 and you can get rid of them. The ones that really absolutely are gems, usually you can get identified. It's that middle ground that's troublesome. Would you have invested in 2 guys that were selling their bookmarks at Stanford? Well, it became Yahoo. So one of the challenges you have is being able to identify these, and all of the VCs through just experience have had developed skills as to help pick the best companies. We're not perfect, but we try and be.
You've been coming to Edinburgh now for 6 years. Would you hope that this relationship will continue on into the future?
I love the relationship with Edinburgh. It's my second home. I stay at the same hotel. I know the same bars. I know the same shops. I know how to work. I know how to get around their campus, which took me a while. So the answer is yes. I'd very much like to have that. But of course, in these challenging economic times, any expenditure they make, they have to get a real good return on investment on. The surveys and studies have shown that people who have done these types of programs really can be successful quicker. And I would be hopeful that they'd be broad-minded enough to continue with these programs in the future. Because they don't only bring over people, they don't only bring over me personally, they bring over a whole litany of people from the Silicon Valley so that the entrepreneurs can get best practices and get a view of what best practices